All right, well, today, this is Superhero Cane podcast number 8. Today we have all of my kids. Mikey, who is 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, 17. And Shannon, 17. They're twins. Can you tell? And so, what I want to do is just have a conversation about what it's been like, living with me with this stupid disease. And it's a different perspective. I mean, Mikey is 5 years older than Sean and Shannon. So, sorry, laughing at the cat is about to disrupt something. So, Mikey, what do you think about your experience growing up? Sorry, what do you think about?
It was definitely very interesting and different because definitely went from I would just say a different type of lifestyle that I was used to growing up, and then I don't know, I would say around the 6th grade. That's when you really stopped working completely, right?
Well, I mean, it was 2012 is when I was diagnosed, so that's 11 years ago.
So yeah, right around that, middle school.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely a very different type of lifestyle.
I mean, I got to coach your Little League team.
Yeah, so that was when it kind of all started happening for you. So it was a very weird transition, and I was still young, so I was trying to understand what was happening, but obviously I was a lot older than them, so it's a different way I could understand it rather than I'm sure they could.
And you guys, you were little. I mean, 11 years ago, you were 6 years old.
Yeah. I feel like it was better that we kind of were exposed to it at a younger age because we were kind of too young to really understand what was going on.
Yeah.
I also don't really remember a lot of it.
I don't remember ever having a conversation
okay,
you have it. I just remember it this is how you function.
I got used to it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really remember. I don't really remember even you guys telling us.
It was weird because we went from, I would still drive you around places. I had to stop working, but then I was still driving you around places.
I remember you stopped working. I remember it was always either you were always home or mom was always home, and then all of a sudden it became you were always home.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of got used to that. I was like, okay. I didn't really question why. I was just like, all right, this is how it is.
Well, mom, when I was struggling with stuff and we didn't know what was wrong with me, she went back to work. And so it was weird. There was a point where I was trying to be home more, and then eventually, when I had to stop working, I was home all the time. And there was a point where we were talking about before, you were little, maybe you were in 4th grade, I think, and we went to the fair up the street, and you and your friends took off, and you came back, and you were you said to me, they don't know about the MS, Dad, and that's so almost like you were concerned because they were running so fast, and I couldn't catch up to you guys or even go where you were going. So, but we got to do, we got to go to Yankee games.
That was a lot of fun. So always take me to Yankee games and stuff like that. Definitely a little different, just getting used to, you had to sleep a lot. Obviously you still sleep.
Yes.
Don't sleep. But yeah, just getting used to you being home instead of mom. It was weird because I never really experienced that before. I was used to mom just being home.
Yeah.
And you would come home very late. Get out of here. It's the cat. And then you would be home during the day and mom would be working. So it was definitely just a major flip in what I was used to.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a weird adjustment period. Also, I was 12 years old, so I kind of understood stuff, but I couldn't get a full grasp on it yet.
Well, it was, I think it was because Uncle Jimmy died, and then it was right then where I was coaching your team, the A's.
Yeah.
And that was
That was a
very
shit.
tough.
Yeah, that was just a shit show in general.
Yes, it was a shit show. But it was for other reasons, you know.
Yeah, that was like the New York Jets of Little League teams.
We got
Was that the same team where Rosie ran onto the field?
No, that was
the-
a while. No, that was like third grade or something like that.
You know, Mikey was in Little League on a different team. We had a Bernese Mountain Dog that was 90 pounds, almost 100.
Yeah, she was big.
And she did the old in the middle of the game breakaway and run out into the field and had to be tackled.
That was funny though.
You tackled her, right?
I eventually got her, but it was like me and like a couple of my friends like realized like, oh, what the hell? Why is my dog on the field right now?
Yeah. But yeah, and what about moving from like, I mean, it's like, for me, it absolutely sucked. It was a nightmare because like our house, we had a nice house.
Yeah, that sucked.
And with the pool and it just was going from having a nice house to moving into this house. I mean, thank God we got a rental. Thank God, you know, we were in the same town.
I think also the layout of our old house was a lot better for you because you didn't have to go up the stairs to go to your room.
Right.
You could just go to the living room, the kitchen. It was all like really accessible, even though it was a bigger house. But yeah.
And honestly, I love just sitting outside. I mean, you could have your friends over and go in the pool, and I could sit on the deck and Tony making the screen and
This is Tony's debut.
Yeah.
He's showing his ass. Look, he's trying to get in. Oh, that's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Whatever happens. If you're listening versus watching, Tony is our cat trying to get into Mikey's room behind us right now. He took a header. So, like, what do you think, Shan? Like, what do you think about, like, now with all this crap? I mean,
it's very different than what it was. I mean, I definitely miss the old house because it was bigger and we had a good yard.
Yeah.
And we had the pool and the downstairs. Like, picturing what we would have done with it now, it would have been nice to have. But I think it's great that we have this house, but it's definitely like getting upstairs and downstairs. It's not great for you.
Well, my goal is to try to only go down and up like once, but that doesn't happen because of, you know, stuff happens. So
It probably would have been better for that house to get like a chairlift.
Yeah.
Probably would have been a lot easier to install. So this we have like the narrow staircase. We can't really do that.
No, we almost had somebody offered me a chairlift, and the problem was it was mounted on the wrong side of the stairs, so we couldn't do it.
That's tough.
But I mean, our goal, you know, with this house is to get you guys through high school. That's the goal, because you know, we don't want to move, right? Yeah. And I mean, eventually we'll have to move, but if we can actually get into another house that we own, I mean, we rent this place, but you know, to own something again, we'll have to figure that out. I mean, Mom's, you know, working her butt off. Mom's upstairs now working her butt off. Currently working her butt off from home. It's like, I gotta tell you, it's like, for me, it's been tough because I've been trying to figure out medicines to take, and like my disease has changed so much from when you guys were little and when you were, you know, I first got diagnosed, that, you know, I thought like then it was rough. It's rough now.
Yeah.
For me anyway. You know, I mean, I don't, you know, just making you an egg sandwich a little while ago, it's like something like I'm making myself something, and you're like you want it, and I want to be able to make you something quickly, but the problem is I'm sitting there like I don't even know if you guys get it. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like hanging onto the counter, counting down the minutes, being like, okay, can I actually do this? Like in my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Like, can I actually get through this? All right, how long before I'm done with this? And then I gotta go sit down. So it's it's definitely exhausting. I never used to have that. Like we used to go. I remember taking you to Shannon. I remember taking you to the boardwalk in Asbury, like when you were little. You were off from school.
I think I remember that.
And me and you just hang out on the boardwalk. There's things that piss me off that, I couldn't coach your team.
Mm-hmm.
I could watch your games.
Yeah, you would still go.
I go to all the games.
Yeah.
But you said, I forget which team you were on, but I remember you saying like, do you think you'll ever be able to coach? And I'm like, and I even asked, I think Mark, I forget who the coach was, but I even asked, like, can I help out? I got my cane, I got my
like what can I do?
My walker. I don't know what I could do, but I wanted to help, and I just think they already had so many coaches.
Yeah, at that point, it's like there's only so much you could do.
But things that I wish it drove me nuts that you had to be taught how to ride a bike by somebody else.
Yeah.
You were down the shore.
Well, it also took me a little longer. I feel like you would have taught me if I didn't like put it off for a while.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, somebody else that's not around anymore. When we were down the shore.
Oh, an LBI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Sean?
Somebody else had to teach Sean how to ride a bike.
I wouldn't say it wasn't like.
I know exactly. Oh, I know exactly.
They didn't
what you're
really
talking about.
teach me. They just helped me. Like I figured it out really
Yeah.
on my own, but they just gave me some pointers. It
Right.
wasn't like they were doing everything for me.
Right.
Like, you would already.
I mean, I think
you
I
would give
figured out how to ride a bike.
Yeah,
on my
you-
own.
I
I
figured
don't
it
remember.
out.
like
Yeah.
years.
It
No,
was
years
like one of those
before.
movies where you're like, go, son.
Yeah, it's not
Like
always-
running down the street.
It's
Yeah, I
not
think I
always
just
that. It was
figured
like
it out.
the same pointers that person gave me, you probably gave me years
Yeah.
before, but I was just too scared to actually use them.
Yeah.
So I always put it off. And then until like, LBI.
But I think what he's saying is just he wished he could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the actual, when you actually did it, it was just, for me, it was hard because I'm like, I want to be the one doing that.
Yeah.
I don't want you to, some other person that is never going to be around again.
But when you didn't teach me or Mikey, we just kind of.
Yeah, like
I
you,
think
I
I-
just kind of went off with
You
it.
just did it.
I remember I was
I
like,
remember if you had to be taught.
I had like
just,
your
like-
old bike, and I just
Yeah.
went down
Yeah.
at our old house. I went down the
Yeah.
driveway, and I was like around the block, just like going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ridden a bike in a while.
I think, ironically though, I've biked probably more than you guys.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah?
on your bike.
I don't even have a bike.
I know.
Well, Mikey, we've biked from here all the way to Rumson
Yo,
and back.
oh my
That was
God,
like
that was crazy.
that was a crazy bike ride.
Dude, you were going more than me. I was literally like, I was like, yo, come on.
Struggling.
I was struggling, and you were like, I'll keep going. I'll go to like Seabright.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, man.
See, from bike riding to the Yankee game, going
Yeah.
stands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling him about like, so he used to take me to all Yankee games, so now
Yeah.
I'd like to take him to Yankee games,
Yeah,
and I got him into a bar.
that's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you for
Yeah,
saying that.
Mhm.
but we just got food. We didn't do anything. We just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
food.
He
No,
just
no,
went
no,
out.
yeah, he just went out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a beer.
Just enjoyed the history of Stands.
You gotta go to stands.
Yeah.
Stan's a great.
It was Stands or what was the other place?
There's Stan's. Well, there's Billy's, but
Billy's. But everybody
Billy's
says
like-
Stands is better.
Yes.
Oh, stands is a staple. Like
Stan's like the dive bar.
Ah.
stands, years ago, back, I sat down with when the owner's son would bartend at stands.
Mhm.
He used to tell me stories from his dad about how Mickey Mantle and Joe DiMaggio used to go in there after the games,
Oh
and
my god.
that's how old it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
but now, yeah, it's the tradition has been passed along,
It was packed in there.
and one day Shannon will go to stands.
Exactly.
It's a bar.
Yes.
She probably won't enjoy it, but she'll go there.
Oh, hi Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Great.
Don't
Mom.
step
Don't worry,
on
make
the
sure he
keyboard.
doesn't.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
step on my keyboard, we're gonna have a
Don't
problem.
step on the keyboard.
Tony's a little,
He's so
what do we
confused.
call it? Slow. He doesn't process things as quickly as other cats.
Oh, he's just very interested because everyone is gathered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He wants to be a part of the fun.
Yeah. So, listen, moving forward, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Hit the lottery.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. Well,
Yeah.
mom's slaving away upstairs. You know,
I'm working now, so.
yeah, Mikey's just finishing. He's took a break from college, and he's going to make some money to pay for college. That's another issue for me. For me, it's an issue because I'm like, I don't want you to have to be in this position where, you know, I can't just, all right, let me help you out with school and go finish. But unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. So
It happens. I mean, everyone's got to take their own path. I'm just,
yeah,
just got to live in the real world and got a job, so now I'm just working all the time.
yeah. And Sean and Shannon are, they were juniors, and they're a couple months away from finishing up this year. So then once senior year comes, we got to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe those scholarship offers will come pouring in
Oh yeah.
from all the extracurricular activities
Exactly.
we do. Track.
The discus. We'll get the discus.
Shannon being part of the what's that club called?
Which one?
What's the one called? The club that you're in. The
Hmm.
Sean was in it too for a while.
Are you in Heroes and Cool Kids?
No.
Oh.
No, what is it?
Model UN?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
No, I
we
don't
haven't
do
done
that.
that in
Oh,
a
I
yeah,
did
year.
last
no.
year. I went
Oh.
to one meeting last year.
No, here's the
Oh.
thing: is they said that we were gonna go to all these events.
They said there was
and
gonna
do
be a bunch of
charity work, and
fundraisers.
we never did anything. So
All we did was just talk about that we were going to do this stuff. We never did it.
You never did it?
no.
What was that thing you just did with volunteering to paint the nut swamp?
That was
School?
volunteering.
That was just,
Yeah.
what, they just asked for people to volunteer? There was no club or anything?
No, it wasn't a club. My art teacher she knew the teacher from Nut Swamp needed somebody to paint outside of her classroom. And so she just asked me. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So what do you think you're gonna do you think you want to go away to school, or do you think you want to stay close?
I'd prefer to kind of leave New Jersey, but I don't want to go super far.
Yeah.
I maybe like furthest I would go is like Carolinas or like Florida.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know,
New York.
somewhere down there. New York would be nice, but that would also be very expensive.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. No, that would probably be the cheapest you could ever live in New York is as a student.
Really? As
Yeah.
a student?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, through student housing. Compared to the rent that they charge, it's like $3,000 a month. You just live in a dorm.
Yeah. Well, once again, it'd be nice if the tree guys left. We were worried because we were doing this podcast and the tree guys were outside making a bunch of noise. So, it'd be nice to be able to just, write that check or pay the bill. But we're doing what we can. So I just think it's important that we, we keep communicating. It's important that I say excuse me a lot.
Oh yeah.
Move.
Never please.
I gotta
Even
get
please
there.
isn't good enough.
I gotta get there.
I get in trouble because I'm like, with MS, as many of you may know, I'm just trying to plot my path. Like, all right, I gotta get from here to there without falling down. So, and I say, could I get to that cabinet? But I don't say, excuse me. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just
You
not.
just say move the fuck out.
I don't say
No,
that.
you do say that sometimes.
Occasionally, if it's a bad day, I'll be like, get the fuck out of my way.
I usually don't say that. Well, I don't think I do.
No, but we understand.
Yeah.
We get it.
Really okay.
Really, we got you that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to get, from here to there. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Survive and adapt.
Survive and adapt. All right. Well, you got anything else to say? Anything else you want to say? Any official statements you want to make?
Tony probably does.
Where's Tony?
Tony's just confused. He still has crap hanging from his ass.
Wait, where is he? Oh, there it is. What's he doing?
It's disgusting.
He's thinking about his next movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is here's all the kids. You get to meet them. So,
Alright.
everybody, have a great day, and we're gonna keep moving forward. That's all. One day at a time.
Survive and adapt.
Yeah,
All right.
we're good.